So, with the recent announcement of Mayu coming back in Kamen Rider Wizard as the next Kamen Rider, I want to dedicate this video today about talking about how much I love how liberal Kamen Rider Wizard is. There's lots of little subtle, there's a lot of overt points, but there's a lot of little subtle points as well as to why the series is significantly different in essence to the previous Kamen Rider series. The newest ones after Decade have been quite different to the previous ones, at very least in theme, because the previous ones at least were trying to stick to the Kamen Rider tradition of having more insect-based themes, more kind of personal, close themes, whilst the ones after Kamen Rider Decade have been bigger, they've been bolder, the themes have been significantly different to what the prior Kamen Rider series were. In fact, you could say that the theme, they've gone from trying to maintain a theme around bug-based and stuff to having very different themes. Let's see, Double was a... Oh, 1 second. Oh, sorry, before I got a text. Wizard was Double was a hard-boiled detective series focused on the Earth, memories, and UBS6. O's was all about those little medals, about emotion, about desire, and things like that. Fours, oh, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. Forze was about space travel, exploration, and cosmic energy. And the Wizard has been about wizardry and stuff. So you've got very differing wild themes. But what I like about Kamen Rider Wizard is, as I've been watching all the episodes and slowly noticing all the subtleties and stuff, is that it's a lot more liberal in its approach than the other series have been. You've got a larger female cast, you've got some very strong female characters, you've got your first gay character in Sentai. Yes, he's slightly a bit of a stereotype, slightly, but he's still present, and the fact that they're acknowledging that is quite good. And you just got more liberal themes with the essence of magic and stuff. I'm not sure whether the fact that this is a series about magic, about it being kind of different and mystical, that made the producer think, okay, we could be a bit different with the whole essence of the show. Who knows? So let's go through it. First of all, female cast. Now, personally, a couple of the female characters I don't like. Rinkyu. Again, I'm terrible at pronouncing names. The two female supporting characters in Hotaru's entourage, I feel they could do more. They could be, doing more of this, that, and the other. They don't seem to do much. The one sits around draining his magical energy, but scanning for things through a little crystal ball. The other one's a police detective that carries out her investigations and such. But at the same time, they don't provide a lot of support. That's what I'm meaning. The main fighting potential they got is really in Hotaru Wizard and Beast, the other Kamen Rider. But at the same time, the fact they got a couple of good supporting female protagonists, and the fact is they're not kidnapped every week. There you go. Rinku, the police detective woman, was kidnapped, I think, once, but she's not kidnapped as much as Shunpei, the other boy in Hotaru's entourage, who gets kidnapped like week after week after week. No, she actually strikes me as being a lot more of a inside at least powerful character, and she doesn't rely on the boys to rescue her. That's my main point. Right, so from the start, I feel that's really a good positive message. You see, I'm not trying to be nasty against Asia as a whole or being stereotypical, but portrayals of women within Asian shows are not usually positive. Even if it's nice characters, they're still portrayed usually as as lesser to the blokes, as they need to be rescued every now and again, or they're just love interests, or they're to provide additional background development to existing characters, or just have background development made of themselves, but they're not really... I feel that there's not a lot of strong characters often in shows. You've got a few examples like Fairy Tail, where they have really strong female mages and such, But usually definitely in Kamen Rider, they're usually portrayed as not substitute, subservient. That's the word, to the blokes. But not so here. I mean, the other female character on the enemy side, Medusa. Now she is really powerful. She's been the longest lasting enemy within the enemy camp for a while now. I know you have Wiseman, but he's the background figure, the mastermind. He doesn't take part in the fights until now. But Medusa she has fought Wizard time and time again. Sometimes to a draw. Sometimes she's been kicking his bum. Other times he's been kicking her ass. But she survives, and she is not a weak character. She has a lot of magical energy, and she's fierce at the end of the day. So, yeah, I mean, it's just great to see a strong female opposition for once. In terms of liberalism, for the first gay character, the manager of the donut shop is an acknowledged camp gay actor who took on the role as camp gay donut maker. And such. Again, he's like a supporting role. He doesn't seem to have much impact on the plot except to give Haruto, Kamen Rider Wizard, some more personality. I suppose he's there just purely for the comic elements at the end of the day, and I hope that, I don't know what Japanese kids will make of it, but the fact that they've included the first homosexual character within the Kamen Rider universe, I think, is a really big step. And from there you could have like one of the companions for next Kamen Rider as a non-stereotypical gay male, just a normal guy at the end of the day who just happens to be gay. Speaking of which, the relationship between Haruto and Shunpei, I mean, the sheer gay undertones of that, oh, you're my wizard, sir, etc. It's just, I mean, I saw it from the start, and it keeps just going and stuff. It's nothing overt, and it's nothing actually really there. It's just more the undertones I keep seeing in their relationship. The fact that that Shunpei keeps getting rescued, like the typical damsel in distress sort of thing, whilst trying to be helpful. It's taking the gender role that they were playing to women and just shoving it onto this chap now, which I find is quite amusing. The fact that they're all, they're ironically mixing it up now. And the fact is, the other liberal thing, the use of magic. I mean, this is the first Kamen Rider series that used to be exclusively a magic show. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because with kids shows, I know Asia is very, very liberal compared to the US, but still, to have a full kids show, with the use of magic rings, magic circles, spells, the more mystical elements. I'm writing an article at the second about how they take out the elements of mysticism in in Super Sentai when they translate to Power Rangers. They would take out so much from Wizard to translate over, if they did in the future, to an American adaptation. Not just like the homosexual elements, I think, to not confuse children, but the magical chanting, and just the mystical nature of some of the creatures and such. I think they would remove it, because it'd be seen as clashing with religion. And the fact that they're including this all in a kids show, all this mysticism, is actually really interesting. Perhaps I'm talking waffle here. Perhaps I'm just, not actually making a good point. If I'm not, please tell me. But it's not often that you see mysticism within a kid show. You'll see magic, the waving of a wand and like the creation of an effect. But actually see mysticism as a whole is not often seen. So yeah, those are just my couple of little points I wanted to get across. What do you guys think of them? Do you think there's stuff that I've been missing? Please do tell. Just comment below, and I'll bring back another video to you soon. Bye.